what's going on in there right now?
What I recall from the last election, Lou, which was very, very exciting being in there, was that the vote by mail canvassing board was 2 tables there, that they were actually reviewing the ballots, and they wanted to make sure that all the ballots, first of all, that everybody was eligible voters, that all the people that voted were actually registered voters, and that they were, everything was valid about them. And also they wanted to make sure that when they were opening the envelopes and everything, that they could count the ballots, that nothing was damaged, nothing was bent. The very first one that they were checking was actually the vote by mail ballots. So they wanted to make sure that there was no damage, nothing was bent, nothing was torn, because otherwise the machine would not be able to count them. And also they wanted to make sure, they wanted to review and see that only 1 signature was on each ballot, and that there weren't 2 votes for 1 candidate per se, because 2 votes would actually cancel each other out. So that's another factor that they would be looking at. Wanted to make sure that they had an X where they were supposed to. They should only be filling in the circle. They shouldn't be Xing it. They shouldn't be circling it. Any of those points would actually make it difficult for them to be able to have it as a valid ballot. So all those are very, very important. And then there's a machine that makes sure that you first have to run 2 tests on the machine to make sure that the machine is working properly and correctly before you will start counting them through that machine. So all these steps are the very, very first steps that they need to be reviewing. So that's why it takes a while for this process to take place and for the ballots to be counted, because all these, evaluation process takes a while.
And again, this is the city elections live on Channel 22, and everybody in the bullpen, we're going to call that, up in the council chambers, in the seats there where the city council sits, that's where the city clerk sits and does her business with the city attorney. That is where the ballots are being counted. Maybe we can have a shot going on in there right now of what's going on.
Yeah.
And so we can see exactly what the people are doing in there. And we will get the votes to you as soon as they start being tabulated.
Right. If a person, for example, as I was just mentioning, if they mark 2 spaces for 2 candidates for a mayor, then that is called an overvote, and neither vote will count.
That ballot is taken out.
Right. So that portion of the ballot will be, that will, neither vote will count, so to speak.
Just that portion of the ballot,
just that
whole ballot.
Right, right. But then if they do correctly on the rest of the ballot, then those will count. And we were talking to Pam DiMario, who is the assistant city clerk on the last elections, and the voter turnout has always been pretty low.